Get strong.
Here we are. Welcome back to
Jitsu. Ow!
Y'all know who I be. My name is Ron.
And I am dead.
And here are a continuation to the first 3 episodes of Titans Season 3, Episode 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so last one we didn't really touch on the Titans' other characters. We focused on the Bat family. Because Episode 1 touched on them, but not too much like Episode 2 then.
Yeah, so kind of blended a little bit of Episode 1 because I think altogether they probably had maybe like 10, 15 minutes.
Right, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So on Episode 2 was a great introductory to Hulk. So Hulk was a cop now. Because he stopped being Hulk, but now he's a cop, but Dove is still around. I believe they're in D.C. And it was nice to see Hulk and Dove interact with one another. I like the fact that the cop was asking Hulk a whole bunch of questions, like, oh yeah, I worked undercover. Like, what'd you do undercover?
Right.
Like, he's like annoyed, like, bro, like, come on, stop digging. But then he told him, like, yeah, this is what I do. I dress up at night as a Hulk, and I beat up the guys.
I beat up bad guys.
I beat them away.
Yeah, you know.
They're all very funny. But
see,
like,
I
just
tell
told
you the truth. You don't want to believe me, but you know what? It is what it is.
That's what happens. So the guy tried to rob a girl's purse, whatever, and he chases her. And then Dove comes, and they're no longer together. But they got the flirtatious vibe, and I really enjoyed watching the flirtatious vibe. Them on camera again. The season 2 ended with them being very unhappy. So 3 months passed, and I wonder what really transpired from them being more.
I think it's space.
Space, yeah.
I think space really gave them a chance to like really rethink about the mission and what do they want out of the mission and out of themselves.
Even if they want to do the mission.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
it. You know, can we live a normal life?
Exactly,
You know?
and that's why Hawk and Dove's story was always being told as if they could be normal, right?
Right.
Just get out the game. So that was Hominish. I loved how Beast Boy was talking about. He's realizing that because in Episode 1, when they caught the bad guys in San Francisco, that's where they're at. They're talking to the press. And
Everybody wants to see Superboy.
Exactly. Everybody wants to see Superboy.
Yeah. And what do they call? They call Superboy a meta, but yet they leave Beast Boy out from being a meta. Like he's more meta than what Superboy is. They think Superboy's a clone,
right? And I love the fact that they put him on the leather jacket.
Yeah.
Very homage to the first introduction to Superboy.
Yeah.
When the death of Superman happened.
Right. I have that comic.
No, we don't.
I have that comic.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
There we go. That's collector's item.
He has like the little retro glasses and everything.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, with the haircut to the side.
And, the way he talked about in the comics, how Superboy actually has the intelligence of Lex Luthor. So in Episode 2 and Episode 3, we're actually seeing the intelligence of Superboy.
Yeah, you really do. You're starting to see it a little bit more. You know, he's learning a lot from what it seems like over the gravitational of this whole show. And I think I said it in one of the other episodes, like, to me, it's like Shark, you know?
The way, it's like
King Shark, is a baby, but yet his intelligence is going to grow because, what is a Superboy baby, like 4?
He's basically,
Yeah, so it's like one of those type of things.
Because he's born through a tube, so his knowledge is, of course, being infiltrated, but being human. No, so he's probably human a year.
But his hyper intelligence is just making him.
Because he has intelligence Lex Luthor. So that was dope. Beast Boy realizes if he's going to be great and be a hero, he has to become stronger.
Right.
And I'm loving that dialogue he had with himself because Rachel's not there. Rachel is out trying to bring Donna back to life.
Right.
And it's really like, you can become anything you want to. You just got to believe in yourself. He's realizing he has to do that if he wants to be able to be a better hero. So they got the call to go back to Gotham because they found out that, Jason is dead.
Right.
And how bad they feel, like how he died. And
I liked what Starfire kind of said, that it was kind of Jason's fault.
Yeah.
And, she kind of like hit that on the head. She said he did the same thing when he was a Titan, rushed in, didn't want to trust nobody, didn't want to, get any help from anybody. And then he did the same thing, and that's what got him killed.
Exactly, and there's a lot of truth to that because she was saying that to Beast Boy and Superboy. Like, if you're going to be doing this, you got to trust each other. You have to grow. You got to know what your limits are, but you have to become stronger. And Jason never got that.
He never grew. He stayed in the same, and that same thing when it comes to like him using the reverse or the reverse engineered, fear, chemical, Oh, just because you use that doesn't mean you're not going to have fear for the Joker.
Yeah, exactly.
And you even showed it in that episode that he had fear, or else he wouldn't have got caught slipping.
What's funny? And that just shows how scary the Joker really is.
Yep.
You think you could take on Joker, Superman can take on Joker, but you got to think a chemical that is supposed to make you feel fearless,
right?
Him makes you feel fear.
But at the same time, he didn't do it like how Batman would do it. First of all, you never walk straight through.
It's a trap.
Yeah, right? You didn't hide in the shadows anywhere. You didn't scope the place out. You just went head first into it. And that's what got you killed.
That's his style.
That's his style. And that's what it does, not trusting your teammates. Batman told you don't do it. Mm-hmm. And now you made Batman feel regret.
And actually, the whole Titans, I think everyone feels regret on the way because in season 2, they really did not. But like Jason said, they were too busy trying to make Titans work to really
focus on him.
Hear his cry for help.
Right.
They were blaming him for things he didn't do with Deathstroke. It was a beat up Jason Todd moment, right?
It was.
And his mental health, like what went on. So it's really dope how they really touched on like, hey, Jason is a product of his own behavior, but what do we do to help him?
Right.
Like,
it's all psychological damage. And, the one thing I like about DC is that every character is flawed with some type of psychological damage.
Which is so true.
Yeah, so let's talk about
Starfire for a second.
Starfire.
Now, I like the fact that they brought back her love interest that she had.
I was getting ready to say
her
that.
Psychologist.
I was getting ready to say that. Yes, you read my mind.
Because with Starfire, she's not from this planet.
Right.
So you got to think for her to understand or try to understand this world, who would she really talk to? A psychologist. Because they were not so judgmental because it's their job to help the people that do not understand to understand.
Now, maybe she got the bound chicken wow wow on,
I think, did she do with them?
I think she got bound chicken wow wow.
Because
they said
that's Starfire's nature.
They mentioned, the champagne and leading into other things.
Yeah, we can leave that. Yeah. So I'm liking that love interest. She lost weight. I don't know why, but she looks good.
She looks really good.
I like to change her hair.
Really good.
Her eyes are more green.
They are.
They're more green now. Seems like she's developed. Because remember, in season 2, someone lost her powers. So now she got her powers back. But there's still side effects because in this episode, or the last episode, she said Jason's name and had a.
It kind of reversed her powers, and then she kind of warped somewhere else.
She wasn't or maybe she had a memory of maybe something happened to her. Because remember, when season 1 they found her, they were experimenting on her.
Right.
So something's triggering her. Because in season 2 she talked about her psychologist. Something's triggering her.
Her psychological abilities.
I forgot what they
physiological abilities. I wonder if it's because maybe her sister's coming or something like that.
It could be influence in it.
Yeah, because like they said, how the planet. How the sun affects, the human brain and the mind. I wonder because they are literally light beings, kind of like energetic beings like that. I wonder if that has something to really do with how her powers manifest and how they actually work. I seen that in the episode when the actual Teen Titans.
Yes.
Her powers work biologically by the way she feels.
100%.
That's how they turned Jason Todd's, death into this whole case. Now.
Exactly. And in that episode 2, Jason is messing with their heads. He's playing a game similar to Joker. And then starting episode 2 is to where he's making them do things. He's playing chess with them. He's leaving clues that, this is what, as in sense of, basically telling I'm going to take all you guys out. Like this is all a game. I'm gonna make you guys do things you're gonna regret.
Yeah, and I want to know if that has
you feel my pain when I was.
I want to know if that has something to do with the chemical that he did take, or he has been working on or taking. Maybe technically he didn't die. Maybe he stopped his death.
Well, they said at the morgue they had his body and they saw the body. He was pronounced dead at the morgue.
Yeah,
and someone took his body.
Yeah, just because they pronounced you dead, maybe he knew how to slow that heartbeat down. Or maybe the chemical slowed his heartbeat to the point where it seemed real faint.
They said Joker bashed his skull in, so Batman bashed Joker's skull in.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to say.
I know, right?
How do you coming back?
Somebody brought Jason back to life.
It's
comment below who you think brought Jason back to life, and that person.
We want to say it's
Joker.
like a Ra's al Ghul type thing, going into
It could be Ra's al Ghul.
I mean, I don't want to say that it is that, but it is what it is. I personally.
So basically, in the episode, Jason goes ahead and is kidnapping people, parents and kids, and which is pretty dope. He put a phone in somebody's arm, this lady's arm.
Right, that reminds me of The Dark Knight.
Right, and he said, "Call this number." So Dick had him call the number because the girl wanted me talking to Nightwing, but she couldn't talk to Nightwing, and she wanted to release some kind of chemical and killed her. And she had a kid, and she said he was using her kid as a hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now he did it again with the bank, and this is when Titans were working with Gotham GCP, and she's like, "Okay, I'll tell my people to fall back if you guys go in and save everybody, but we'll fall back this one time." Right?
Now, during that whole time frame, we do get some glimpse here and there of Tim Drake.
Oh yeah, sorry. In episode 1, we forgot about Tim Drake. I guess we can go there real quick. So Tim Drake is black, African, and Chinese, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the original comic, he's Chinese and white. They switched it to African American, which is fine, not a big deal. He looks like Tim Drake regardless.
He looks like Drake.
Yeah, like Drake, right? He's a huge fan of Batman. He was hurt when the Robin died,
right?
Because he realized Batman needs a Robin. And this is the thing too. Think about this. Batman had a list of all the people he wants to pick as Robins.
Right.
But the one person he didn't have on there was Tim Drake.
Because
he's the one that he needs as Robin, but the one he didn't think to have Robin, because all the Robins he's picked out.
They have some type of abilities that he needs as assets,
Yeah, weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Like
weapons.
Warrior, these people can fight, take care of themselves. They're about their life. He isn't. Right? He's different. So I like how his cousin is in the gang. So whatever gang his cousin is, probably with Penguin's gang, selling drugs or whatnot. So that's dope. But yeah, so the first 3 episodes, the first episode, Tim Drake was missing. So that was really good. So to go back to ending of the last episode was they realized, wait, the families, he tricked them. The families he kidnapped are in the vans, not in the bank. And inside the bank were the gangsters.
Right.
And I think they robbed them for like $2.5 million or something like that.
Right.
They gassed them and like this. Basically, he tricked them. So this Red Hood gang, because everyone's wearing red hoods, and this Red Hood gang, he's doing what the Joker used to be. And then Jason fights. Dick Grayson fights Jason Todd. That fight scene was effing amazing.
Once again, I keep saying, how did you come back?
Well, he finds out because he breaks his mask and he says something like, "Oh, Batman did something" or something like that. And then he knows it's Jason. He's telling everyone it's Jason. And then that's leading into episode 3.
With that being said, we don't want to spoil it too much for everybody, but we're going to give you some more spoilers in the next episode.
Yes.
So, drop us down, below what your favorite scenes from episode 2 were. Also, drop it down below.
If we miss any scenes or what you liked or what you thought of any of these characters, comment below and let us know if you're feeling what I'm saying, what Dave's saying, or you guys have different opinion on who brought the Joker back to life. I think it's Scarecrow that's doing all of this.
Give us all your theories. Yeah.
I think it's Scarecrow.
You do?
I think it's Scarecrow.
I think it's still the Joker.
Good
Yo, Day.
Y'all know who I am. Right?
I am Day.
And I'm Ron.
And this is Bro Jutsu. We'll see you next time.
Be strong.